everyone, it's Laurie from Quick Scrap Craft, and today I have another process video for you. This one is starting a brand new series that I am calling, and it's going to be kind of confusing, but I'm calling it Scrapbooking Inspired by Kids Arts and Crafts. So some of this stuff you might have seen me do on previous layouts. I'm not sure that I've done process videos for any of the techniques before though, so I thought I would just kind of make sure that I do process videos for them and share a little bit of what has been inspiring me over the past year since I've been at home with my daughter trying to come up with fun craft activities that we can do together. So all of these techniques were inspired by stuff that I found on Pinterest that are arts and crafts that you can do with kids. So this is tape resist watercolor painting. And I really enjoy doing this with my daughter, probably more than she enjoyed it. When I did it with her, I took some old washi tape, like a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock so that the watercolor wouldn't make the paper curl up too much. And we just kind of put the tape down any which way. We made different shapes and just a crazy design. Nothing strategic. You just put the tape down however. And then you use watercolors, or as I'm also doing here, I'm using some misting sprays. They work just as well because they are like liquidy on the inside, so it's kind of like a watercolor. But when I did this activity with my daughter, we just used the Crayola watercolors, which is what I have also pulled out over there. And we just painted, like you paint a section one color, paint another section another color, and then you kind of let it dry. And when you peel off the washi tape, you have these great white lines left behind where the washi tape was. So it really separates all the colors, and it just looks really, really cool. So I will probably try to have a link below. I'm not sure if I did post something about doing this activity with my daughter on the blog. If I find another process video that I've done where I've also used this technique, I'll share that as well. But anyway, that's what I have decided to do here. And when I was on the Paper Issues design team last year, I did do this technique during one of my Paper Issues live scraps. So you might have seen that one. If not, you can go to the Paper Issues Friends and Fans Facebook group and look that one up. I'll try to link that video below too, so you can rewatch it. But with that one, I ended up doing like a starburst thing. I cut the paper, or I used washi tape to sort of cut the paper in half, and then on one half, I used washi tape to mark out the the rays of sun, or whatever you want to call it. So with this one, I just did lines kind of not even straight across, just kind of diagonal. I just wanted to sort of create my own striped background, and I was using mostly pinks. You see I have a very, very light pink in there, but mostly pinks, a little bit of a purple toward the bottom, just using the watercolors and the misting sprays. And here I'm just peeling up that washi tape. It's a great way to use up some of that like washi tape that you know you're never going to use on a layout, because then you get to, at least it's useful in some way, right? And you can see that my paper is curling up a bit. This is not Vicki Boutin Foundations paper. This is just regular white cardstock. And I'm going to add a few splatters here just for some extra visual interest, just using some of the misting spray colors that I had included on some of the lines. And what I was actually going to say about the cardstock, the first time I did this, I was using a basil cardstock, and it was a bit textured, and peeling off the washi tape actually was really hard because the washi tape really stuck to that texture. So just keep that in mind as you're trying to figure out, before you do this, just keep in mind what type of white cardstock you are using. If it's textured, it's probably not going to work as well as just a nice smooth white cardstock. Vicki Boutin Foundations paper, I know it's hard to get, but if you have some, I would recommend that for this type of project. But if your paper does curl, if you use a regular white cardstock, as mine did, just put it in between like two books. If you have two scrapbooks handy, I know mine are very heavy, just put it in between two of those and just let it sit overnight once it dries, and then it should be good to go. And you're going to be putting it, I mean, I use page protectors So even though the paper might get a little warpy, it's going to go in the page protectors and it's going to flatten up once it's in the scrapbook. So it's not that big of a deal in the end. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. If that's something that turns you off from doing mixed media, don't worry about the paper warping. It's really not that big of a deal. So now I get to add all the fun stuff, the photos and the embellishments. And I have these two random photos of my daughter from last year. One of them, I don't even know. She's holding some old alpha stickers from my scrapbook stash. I don't know why, but I think she wanted me to take her picture. And then the other one, we have been watching a book on TV because that was something that we really did a lot of last year, especially when the library was closed and we couldn't go in to pick out any books and we couldn't do curbside pickup from the library. We found a lot of YouTube channels that read books to kids online. And that was a godsend. So we did a book every day. And so I don't know, she was trying to be the Statue of Liberty. I'm not sure how that fit in with what we were watching, but anyway, just silly pictures of her. And so now I'm going to back those photos with this pink florally strawberry studio texturic paper. And I don't like going all the way across because then it covers up some of those great lines that I created, and I don't want that to be covered up. So I'm just going to cut it a little bit so I can leave a little bit on the side there to add a few embellishment clusters because I like the pattern of that. I like that it's pink. It goes with the whole pink color scheme that I'm working on with here. So I'm just going to try to create a little bit of something that goes on top of that. Just so we get some more pattern in it, because the watercolor stripes are very, basic and smooth and whatever. And so I just want a little bit of some pattern into this layout. I am just cutting some banner strips with these scraps of scrapbook paper. They are like Bella Boulevard, I think mostly. I think one of them might be from a Recollections paper pad that I got at Michael's. And sometimes I fold the paper over to cut the banners. Those were so small. I just eyeballed it and cut the little ends off, and I think that works just fine. And then because the pink against the pink is a little much, I decided I was going to back this with some white cardstock just to make the photos and that pattern paper pop a little bit more than it was. And sometimes I hate using white cardstock as a backing because I like to use it so much as a background for my layouts. So if you have some white cardstock scraps, this is a great thing to do with that. But anyway, that's just me. So anyway, I hope that you will click subscribe so that you don't miss out on the rest of the Scrapbooking inspired by Kids Arts and Crafts series. I will be doing some things with paper strips. I'll be doing some things with bubble wrap. What else am I doing? I've got this one, and then I actually have a list here. I'm just going to look at it real quick. Oh, and then I wanted to do a crayon resist background. So not only tape resist, but crayon resist. I'm not sure if you've ever done that before with your kids. And then some marble painting to create a cool looking background. So that's what's on tap for the next couple of weeks. These videos hopefully will all be going live on Tuesdays so that it's really easy for you to tune in and know when to expect them and when to watch them. And if you have any questions about the products that I'm using in this video or any of the future videos, feel free to leave me a comment below. I will respond to you and answer as best I can. All right, so I did the white cardstock behind the pattern paper, but then to make the white cardstock pop a little bit more, I inked the edges of the white cardstock with a pink Ingrid Bolm stamper. And I love those because they are so ergonomically friendly, so easy to hold. I have some Hampton ink stampers, and I have a scrapbook.com stamper dauber thing, and those are fine, but I really like the ergonomic stuff of the Ingrid Bolm. So if you can find any of that at your local scrapbook store or wherever you like to purchase your stamps and that kind of thing, I would definitely recommend that brand. So I am using a hodgepodge of product on this layout. Surprise, surprise. I've got some Studio Texturic from their summer collection last year. I love the colors in that. I've got some Amy Tangerine Late Afternoon. That's what the beautiful word comes from. So the title is Hello Beautiful, because they're just, photos of my kid. I'm doing some Bella Boulevard pattern papers and some Vicky Bouton washi tape. The little strip that says hooray, love, happy, that's actually washi tape from Vicky Bouton. I really like that one. And then I've got some very old Pebbles Live Life Happy die cut of that bubblegum machine. Has nothing to do with the photos. It's a bubblegum machine, but like, when am I ever going to use that? It just I like that color. I like the patterned papers in that Live Life Happy collection, but some of the embellishments, I'm like, what am I going to do with these? So I just use them very randomly, and I'm okay with that. So now I'm going through my Pinkfresh Studio. What's that? I don't know what it's called. I can't remember, but I got it at scrapbook.com. And it's like a teen-focused, a teen-themed collection of die cuts, but it does have other like general stuff in it, and that's how I've been using it. So I like the one that says OMG. I don't know, does it really make sense with the photos? OMG, I'm taking pictures of my kid. I don't know, but who cares? I like that it's sort of a neutral yellow. It's not bright yellow, but it's a kind of a neutral, and it sort of goes with the yellow chipboard sticker from Studio Tech Trick that has all the numbers on it. Now I'm going through my Vicky Bouton stickers that I got from the February Not Just for Boys Kit Club kit, because I want to add just a few more pieces. Still trying to come up with like some good clusters. I need something more around that bubble machine, the bubble gum machine, and I want just a little bit more around that. Around my little banners. So you can't really tell right now, but I did use a Heidi Swap sticker. It's of a lion and it's purpley. And unfortunately with those, I really liked the design. That was from the old school collection, but a lot of the stickers are translucent. So unless you're putting them directly on like a white cardstock or just a solid color, light, solid cardstock, you can't really see them that well. So that's kind of annoying, but whatever. Did Heidi ask me before she made the stickers? No, she did not. So now I'm just adding a couple of the Vicky Bouton stickers. They've got some butterflies and some flowers, and they're in the bright pinks, so it goes with the color scheme. Just trying to figure out where I want to put all of them so that I can make decent clusters that are appealing to the eye. And these are more Studio Tech Trick phrase stickers. I really liked that collection from the summer. Unfortunately, one of the stickers does have a misspelled word, which is bothersome to me, but I just won't use that sticker. It's no big deal. So really one of the last things I do is I add, well, after I move that around, why did I even put the adhesive down? I thought that I was married to that spot, and then I put the adhesive down and I went, no, I'm not. It happens sometimes. So one of the last things I'm going to do is add some pink sequins. I have so much pink sequins. I feel like I'm never going to use it all, which maybe is a good thing. I don't know. So I'm just going to have you watch me place it. I'm not going to have you watch me adhere it because that's kind of annoying too. But as I always do with my sequins, I just kind of find the corners and sort of build out on the clusters. So that's this layout. The close-ups are going to follow. Again, if you have any questions about the technique that I just used Crayola watercolors. It's a 24-pack. You can get it easily at Target or wherever you like to shop. And I used some misting sprays as well. I painted with the misting sprays as well as did a few splatters. And again, it's tape resist, washi tape resist, because the washi tape, the watercolors and the misting spray color will not bleed under the washi tape. So then you have these really cool bright colors separated by straight white lines. And I just love the way that it looked. So this is definitely a technique that I'll do again. And I hope you try it out too. Let me know if you do. And I'll see you guys next time. Happy scrapping.